is some new global reaction this morning to President Trump's decision to walk away from the Paris Climate Agreement.
Yeah, the president said the landmark deal to reduce carbon emissions would have cut millions of American jobs and give other countries an unfair advantage. Overnight, buildings in the U.S. and beyond were lit up in green in a show of support for the Paris Agreement. Among them, One World Trade Center here in New York City.
And Boston City Hall also went green. The mayor said it's meant to show that his city stands with the environment.
We have live team coverage. Molly Hunter is standing by in London with reaction from world leaders. But we're going to start with Kenneth Moulton, who is live for us in Washington. Kenneth, good morning.
Good morning, Candace and Diane. President Trump said that deal wasn't fair to the U.S. This morning, dozens of leaders in cities and states say they'll do what the president won't.
This morning, what's next after President Trump's world power withdrawal?
The United States will withdraw from the Paris Climate Accord.
Trump called the nearly 200-nation agreement to combat climate change a massive redistribution of wealth to other countries, saying it would hurt the American economy and worker.
I was elected to represent the citizens of Pittsburgh, not Paris.
But the mayor of Pittsburgh sharply disagreed on CNN, sending a message to the president.
What you did was not only bad for the economy of this country, but also weakened America.
New York, California, and Washington state are forming the U.S. Climate Alliance to uphold the Paris Agreement. 61 U.S. mayors pledging to do the same. Trump's decision sparked protests in D.C. and New York. Several big business leaders also weighed in condemning the exit. This morning, one industry praising Trump, coal.
We will see if we can make a deal that's fair.
Big companies like Apple and ExxonMobil said staying in the agreement would make the world more competitive in business. President Obama agreed, saying in a statement the nations remaining in the Paris Accord will reap the benefits and jobs and industries created. Candace and Diane.
All right, that's Kenneth Moulton for us live from Washington. Kenneth, thanks.
And this morning, many countries, including many of our allies, expressing deep disappointment.
China said it's committed to the goals of the accord regardless of the president's decision. And the leader of Denmark said it's a sad day for the world. ABC's Molly Hunter has much more from London. Molly, good morning.
Good morning, Diane. That's right. Climate change is not the subject of partisan debate on this side of the pond. The Paris Accord is actually widely supported, but President Trump did speak with a number of leaders, including British Prime Minister Theresa May, and they all vowed to forge ahead without the U.S.
This morning, global headlines taking aim at President Trump. In Germany, Danke Donald. In France, Goodbye America. And here in the United Kingdom, from The Independent, America first, climate last. All reacting to the president's decision to remove the United States from the Paris Accord, an ambitious agreement from nearly 200 countries to fight climate change. Many world leaders being blunt in their statements. The Prime Minister of Belgium calling it a brutal act. Former Mexican President Vicente Fox saying he's declaring war on the planet itself. And the United Nations expressing its disappointment.
It is crucial that the United States remains a leader on environmental issues. The Secretary General looks forward to engaging with the American government and all actors in the United States and around the world to build the sustainable future on which our grandchildren depend.
President Trump says he would be willing to negotiate the deal all over again.
We will see if we can make a deal that's fair. And if we can, that's great. And if we can't, that's fine.
But the leaders of France, Germany, Italy saying in a statement the Paris Climate Accord cannot be renegotiated. And French President Emmanuel Macron speaking in English for 3 full minutes with this message for America.
Make our planet great again.
Now, the only other two countries who are non-signatories, Nicaragua, who thought the agreement was too weak, and Syria, of course, in the midst of war. Everyone else is on board. Diane, Candace.
All right, that's Molly Hunter for us live from London. Molly, thanks.